The finale is upon us. We're here to give you your forecast for episode 6 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Hold up, guys. Before we get to any of that stuff, we want to make a really important announcement. For the first time, the after credit scene is doing a promotional giveaway. You've got an opportunity to win some really cool Marvel swag in the form of some Funko Pop figures. All you got to do is subscribe to our channel. If you're already subscribed, you don't have to worry about that. Make sure you share this video and like it. Now you'll have another opportunity with our review video that comes out on Friday and our Easter egg video that will follow that sometime Friday to enter a second or a third time for this promotional giveaway. But all you got to do is subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share one of those videos on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you will be entered for our giveaway, which we will reveal next Wednesday on our Falcon and Winter Soldier scorecard episode, and we'll make sure that we get that mailed out to you guys. So wish you guys the best of luck. Thanks for being part of our channel. Thanks for being part of this promotion and sharing our content so we can get the message out to more people, and we'll return you to your regularly scheduled program. This episode, there is a 100% chance that we're going to get our big payoff. The box that Sam opens at the end of episode 5 is undoubtedly his Captain America Falcon crossover suit, probably made of vibranium since it came from Wakanda. I know there was some speculation with some groups on the internet as to what's in the box and what's he going to be given. Some of it was in jest, but there are some people that genuinely don't know. If you've read the comics or if you've looked at some of the promotional merchandise that's been out there, we're going to get Sam in his full Captain garb. Last episode, we saw him making a lot of peace with that. We saw a montage of him learning how to use the shield, coming to grips with those things. That's what we're going to get. 100% certainty here. We're going to get to see him in that costume. That big payoff moment, that big hero shot is going to be really great. Now, whether or not the reception within the world right here is going to be a good one is going to remain to be seen. How the Flag Smashers respond to him carrying the shield. How John Walker and others respond to him carrying the shield. The government seeing him with that shield is going to be really interesting. Having said that, we're going to have a little bit of a time jump issue here between the stuff we saw at the end of episode 5, the montage of him getting ready for this fight and learning how to use the shield, and the setup in New York City with the Flag Smashers taking over the GRC building. I think those two events happen within several weeks of each other. There's a shot in a trailer that shows Sharon Carter at what looks like that same GRC building. So I think there's some time jumps here between what we saw at the end of episode 5 in the montage and the Flag Smasher takeover the GRC. So how that happens, how that plays out, and where we end up between episode 5 and 6, we're going to have to look for some context clues to see what happens there. However, we're going to get some major fronts converging. The power broker, whoever it may be, I'm still in the Sharon Carter camp, made some moves last week. If we believe it's Sharon Carter, she put Batroc in with the Flag Smashers, presumably to give them some munitions and some things they need. I think it's so she can have a mole in there, she can turn on them, do whatever she needs to do. But power broker's got to make their move either way, whether it's Sharon Broker or Sharon Carter or somebody else. We should call her Sharon Broker, I think. That's a little telling. But whether it's her or somebody else, they're going to have to make their moves. The Flag Smasher's plan is coming to fruition. Power Broker's plan is coming to fruition. And we're going to get some kind of reveal here. I've got an 85% chance that we get that reveal of who the Power Broker is in some form. A bunch of people want it to be Wilson Fisk. I think that would be awesome, but I just don't think it's going to happen here. I think it's much more likely it's somebody we've already seen, or maybe Sharon Carter, or this conglomerate of people that kind of take over that mantle. In addition to those fronts, we're going to get the birth of our agent here. Now, whether they actually call him U.S. Agent, we got that tease in the after credits of episode 5 of John Walker making his own shield, and we're going to get him joining the fight there. There's some scenes and some other trailers, behind the scenes footage of John Walker fighting some Flag Smashers that we have not seen yet. Now, they did a good job of doing that with a different shield, or maybe his shield just ends up looking really similar to Cap's shield. However, we're going to get this reveal as well, and he's going to be a definite wild card. 75% chance we get that reveal, but whose side is he on? Is he fighting for himself? is he, I think it's safe to say he's not totally the government's man, but I don't think he can shake off his loyalty that easily. I think him using his newfound freedom from the government to do things his way is going to make him a wild card, but he's going to be a personification of that gray area now as to whether or not what he's doing is justified or morally right, similar to some of the things we've gotten in other areas of the show. Having said that, I want you to temper your expectations. Every single series we get here, I'm going to put this in the finale forecast because we get so wrapped up in the things that we're seeing and what we want to see and what we think is going to happen. You need to be aware going in, just enjoy the episode. WandaVision was a little bit different because there were so many misdirects and so many things going on to shroud it in mystery to build up to that final battle. And a lot of expectations were shattered because we didn't get other reveals. There were other things going on behind the scenes with MCU timelines and when these series came out because of COVID that really caused some editing issues, and it made for a lot of letdowns and things like that. So be aware that things might not happen like we want them to. The only thing we got going for us in this show is everything's been a lot more straightforward. There hasn't been a lot of misdirects and mystery, unless you count a lot of the Flag Smasher and Power Broker stuff. So I don't think we're going to get any massive things here. You know, last episode we got the Allegra DeFontaine cameo, and that was a pretty big reveal. However, we may or may not get something else there. I think what I want to talk about here is who's coming that we don't expect. We do need to temper our expectations, but maybe there's something else here that we're not expecting. I put down here a cameo or a reveal. That could be your Power Broker reveal. That could be some other cameo that we aren't expecting that might pop up. Although I don't have any kind of expectation percentage on that because it's anybody's guess. I'm tempering my expectations on that. But just be aware that those things might happen, might pop up in an Easter egg video. We might get some teases as to some other things, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. Next, 100% chance here, because it was teased in episode 5, that Bucky is going to get a little bit of peace and rest here. You know, there was a shot where Sam walks away with the shield. Bucky's walking away in the distance. Bucky says, "I'll be here when you need me." Then Sam goes into his fighting montage, practice montage. Bucky is going to be there when Sam needs him to fight in this battle in New York. However, Bucky has to go and make some amends with some people. We saw some of that teased in episode 1 and 2, and I think we're going to get some payoff to that. Bucky's been through a lot in the MCU, and these moments of peace and rest are going to have to be there, not only to move his story forward, but just to give him some closure to his arc. I think it's disingenuous to throw him into more battles and more turmoil, given that we've seen all the turmoil he has gone through. I think his arc is going to end with some nice peace and rest at the end of this series. Stay for the after credits. 100% chance here. I think this, if we get any kind of teases, cameos, reveals, stay for the after credits. Now, you got to remember, the reason I'm giving it a 100% chance, this series was supposed to come out first, either right after Black Widow or right before Black Widow. That Black Widow was going to be this prequel, and it was going to introduce some stuff. Even though it's in between Civil War and Infinity War, there were going to be some characters that we haven't seen yet. We've already seen that from the trailers. But who we see pop up, maybe in the after credits or in this episode, might be part of the Black Widow plan, the original Kevin Feige timeline, so to speak, as to when these things are supposed to be revealed. In WandaVision, I'm fairly certain that we didn't get some reveals because of when it came out, and they had to cut some things. This series is the second one to come out. Black Widow is coming out pretty soon over the summer, and so we should be able to get some kind of cameo, some kind of reveal, but the after credits here are going to be a big deal. They were at the end of WandaVision. We got some really cool things there. I'm not going to spoil it for those of you that haven't seen it, but stay for those after credits. There's a whole lot going on. This series has been really great. The storylines are really great. We're going to get a lot of payoff here. I'm really excited about it. Please tune into our review video that will come out on Friday, our Easter egg video as well. And then next week on Wednesday, we're going to post our Falcon and Winter Soldier scorecard, which lets you know how we did with all these predictions. We're going to rank each episode. We're going to review the entire series and compare it to WandaVision and some other things that have come out. You don't want to miss that. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so when we drop new content, you guys will be the first one to know about it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.